Bird.
Here.
Andrew Urbanowitz.
Here.
Lynn Skull, not here. Rob Kwasnicki, not here. Catherine Plopper. Oh,
Yeah,
we just got done saying,
right.
turn the damn thing on. Welcome.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Fire evacuation procedure. Two means of egress from the chambers here. First one is to our left, your right, through the double doors. Take the first door down to the left, down the stairs, out to the parking lot. Second is behind you, in front of us. Take double doors out into the parking lot. All right. Just quick reference for this evening. A variance can be granted where such grant will not affect the overall purpose of the zoning ordinance, and where strict interpretation of the ordinance will result in a hardship. A hardship exists where the zoning ordinance uniquely affects a parcel of land differently from other parcels, and where use of the property or reasonable use of the land would be impossible without the variance. Self-imposed or financial hardships cannot by law be considered as a reason for granting a variance. Madam Secretary, could you read the legal notice, please?
Enfield Zoning Board of Appeals will hold a public hearing on Monday, May 22nd, 2017 at 7 p.m. in the Enfield Room of the Town, Council Chambers at 820 Enfield Street, Enfield, Connecticut, concerning the following. ZBA 2017-04-28, 1352 Enfield Street, Eileen and Gary Hargraves, owners applicant, map 019, lot 0243, HR 33 zone, requesting a variance to section 4.10, area and bulk requirements for a 19-foot side yard where 25 is required for the construction of a pool patio protruding into the required setbacks. Information on file in the planning office, dated this 10th day of May 2017, Mary Ann Turner, Secretary, Journal Enquirer, May 10th and May 19th.
Would the applicant come forward, please? And state your name and address for the record, please.
Eileen Hargraves, 1352 Enfield Street.
Gary Hargraves, 1352 Enfield Street.
Okay, at this point, this is your opportunity to explain to the board what your variance is and what your hardship is. After that, the board may or may not have questions for you, and then we may or may not take a vote this evening. Okay?
So we bought the property a little over 20 years ago, and
Is your red button on?
it looks,
Okay.
maybe this isn't, is that better?
Right there.
Lean forward. Okay, so there was an existing garage that had a pool house built off of it, and I believe there are pictures with our application that show what that looks like, where coming out of the pool house, there's two exits into the pool area where the pool is situated in between the two doors. So there was an existing cement patio that there should be a picture of in there also that was, there's been some upheaval and, frost heaves or whatever, and so it was very uneven and very unsafe. So the hardship that we see is a safety feature in that the location where the pool is and hopefully will be, is within 19 feet. No, the pool itself is, 27 feet from the property line. So that would only allow us to put a 2-foot patio around the pool. So we're asking for permission to extend that an additional 5 feet, so 7 feet, so that would meet the fence. So when we moved in, there was a fence already there. We replaced the fence probably about 18 years ago, and the same post holes will be used again. So the property won't look any different from the street than it has looked for the past probably 50 years since the original pool was put in that was there. So, anything you should add?
Seems to be it.
Yeah, so basically, with just a 2-foot patio coming out into a grassy area, it's a tripping hazard. So we want the patio so that it will be level from the pool to the fence, and that portion of it is within the setback.
Okay, any questions of the board?
It's not a patio, you're building a sidewalk. A patio to me is a large space where you're gonna put pool furniture. You gonna do that?
Yes.
Because I went out and looked at it today, and you're
Did you?
on.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, I didn't get out of the car. I just
Yep.
drove near. So I didn't see where the fence was, but I could see, all I saw was the orange fencing protecting the, are you taking the pool out?
No, there was an issue in the fall with the person that we had hired not having proper permits to construct the pool that we weren't aware of before he pulled the permit with the town. He'd already started construction of the new pool because it was a very old concrete pool that was probably 50 to 60 years old. So we were replacing the pool basically in the same area. And we had an existing, concrete, it's extended down the side of the fence, from the pool to the fence, and then along the back of the pool. So that's all been pulled up. And so we need, if this is the Bridge Lane side, and then it comes around the other side of the pool as well. So we want to, replace it and make it look better and also make it safe.
But what I'm trying,
Where the orange fence is approximately where the wooden fence will be. It kind of runs
Right.
along the back of the garage.
Yeah, the back of the garage is about 19 feet.
because when I went over, I was looking for the to be marked out, and I didn't see that.
Okay, well, if you had gotten out in the rain, the post holes are still there. So the
Right.
fence is going back in the same location that it's always been in. And I think that you can see that on photo 3.
Right, I see where the fence is in the picture. I don't know if this is 3.
Yeah.
Yep, they're marked.
Okay, so if you look at photo 1, photo 2, that's photo 2. Where did the pictures go?
Right. So you've marked this in red.
Right. So on photo 1, where the old patio is, you can see those clumps of dirt. That's where the post holes for the fence are.
Right here, the grassy part.
Yes.
Okay, but I see concrete there,
Yes,
and because that's all gone now.
that's gone.
Right, and then how many feet was that? Because that definitely looks bigger than 2.
It would be, from the pool to the red line is 2 feet.
Oh,
And if we don't get the
additional 5.
variance, that's all we would be able to do. So we want,
right, but how are you, but that's why it doesn't make sense to me. If from the pool to where the post holes are, you'd have to move your fence. If you're telling me you want 5 feet, and you're telling me from the edge of this pool to the way this concrete is now, that's not 5 feet, which it looks 5 feet.
no, that's 5 feet, but then it's 2 feet from the red line here to the pool edge is 2 feet.
It's 7
The
feet
total
from the
is
pool
7.
to the end
To
of the
the-
concrete.
Right, it's
Okay,
7
but
feet
the-
total.
Hang on.
Yeah,
The thing is, the picture I'm seeing in front of me looks like it had concrete pad there.
Right.
Correct.
Okay, and that's when you found out that you needed a variance because you're too close to the street?
This is what we're replacing.
No, this is
Yes.
what, they bought the house, this was there.
Right.
that was existing. And what happened was, because we weren't sure where the property line was, that was why we paid for the survey to be done, which is the map.
So
believe it's
But
marked.
this looks like it was there.
Right, it
was.
was.
Right, and you
So
want
they're
to
not asking
replace it.
for
Yes, they want
anything
to
more.
replace
Right, you want to replace what was there.
Yes.
Yes.
That's where I'm going.
Yes.
Yes.
Nothing more, just what was there.
Just what was there.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, because it's only on this side, then you're going to put the fence
The
back
fence-
exactly where it was. So
Yes.
so all you're trying to do is put back exactly what
What was
was there.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That's where I was going.
Okay. Only it'll look nicer. Yeah, we're planning on a stamped concrete patio.
Jennifer, was there a permit for the previous pool?
When we started this process, we were told no. They looked.
I think it was installed mid-60s.
Yeah, I don't believe we found a permit for the pool on file.
Okay, so then you also wouldn't have found a variance because they probably wouldn't have filed for one.
Right.
So there's nothing in there.
No.
I have a question for staff.
Go ahead.
Okay. How did you not see this as a repair of a pre-existing nonconformity? Because I could see it that way, looking objectively at it, that it had failed, and it's a legal nonconformity because it was there for more than 2 years. The town never took any enforcement action. They didn't need a permit in that sense, and they're just trying to repair it. How does staff not see that? Because I'm questioning why it's before us.
I believe it was the zoning enforcement officer saw it as because they're replacing something. Whenever someone's like replacing another barn or a shed or something, even a patio, we enforce the regulations as they are today, instead of just saying that they're kind of grandfathered in.
But don't we
so.
also
No,
have,
it's a repair.
it's, right,
Are you replacing the whole concrete and pool?
Yes.
Are you doing it all at one time? Are you demoing the whole thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Then they do need to be here.
Okay.
If they were just cutting this section out
Right.
and replacing that, part of the structure still stands. But because they're doing a complete demo and removing it, now they're asking for a new structure. So that's the reason for the variance. Any other questions? Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No?
Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I make a motion.
second.
Made by Charlie, seconded by Mary Ann. All in favor? Signify by raising your right hand. Public hearing is closed. You can have a seat in the audience.
Thank you.
Any discussion?
When I went out and looked at it, I really am going down the same road, that it really is a replace. I understand that it's new, but they're putting the pool exactly in the same hole,
Right, and it's being repaired.
and they're putting in exactly the same concrete edging. They're not going on, and if they were going to make it bigger, they could go, if you're standing on the property to
the
the
other way.
left, they could go that way without any problem. But I'm not seeing this as a real issue.
Right, if the whole structure has failed, you have the right to put the whole structure back, is how I see it.
Correct. I'm in agreement with you guys. But the regulation states that it is a new. However, they do have legitimate reasons for wanting that setback changed.
Right,
They are a corner lot. They have 2 front yards.
right.
They are held to a different standard than everybody else. So,
And we've had this issue before
Correct.
because of it being 2 front yards.
correct. So the board needs to come up with whether or not we're going to grant a variance because of a hardship, rather than seeing it as it's being, just a repair job. So
Well,
that makes it a little harder, but those are the regulations, those are the rules that we're set by. It's kind of like, we had one quite a while ago, a few of you would remember, where a part of a building was damaged, and instead of repairing that part of the building that was damaged, the homeowner took the whole building down, and then he was stuck under getting a variance or not getting a variance because of the regulation.
The other
So-
thing is, and I guess we shouldn't have closed the hearing, but the question I'd want to know is pick the pool, since the pool, everything is being moved brand spanking new, pick the pool up and move it over. Then you don't need a variance.
Right, that seems likely, given the amount of space on the site. But I think I could still argue it could go right where it is
Yeah,
without a variance.
however, that
and
being
without-
said,
and I-
since it was there, I don't see any, and nobody complained in 20 years.
Well, the fence, right, I'm totally, hear you. But it comes, so how many feet are we looking at
Looks like 5
5
feet.
feet,
total?
yes. So I'm inclined to say let's not make them spend the money to move the pool. They have a legitimate hardship of having 2 front yards. We have made this argument for other cases. You know, everybody else on the street except for them, you know, gets a side yard setback of 10 feet.
Right, they have 25.
They have to hold to 25. So the argument there, that's your hardship that you can go by, if that's what you guys are so inclined to do. But we can't overlook the regulation of replace as opposed to repair. So, any further discussion?
I guess I just would say, I think if you did put the variance through, it would bring that garage pool house into conformity. So that wouldn't be a bad outcome,
Right,
because that's lined up, I think, right exactly.
it's
with it,
exactly
you know,
where
from the
it's, right,
survey drawing.
exactly.
Yeah.
And it would solve some problems in the future.
Right,
Right.
you know, if that needs to be repaired.
Yeah, because at some point, they're gonna look to do something to that if it needs repair, and then they'll have to be right back here.
Okay,
Anything else? All in favor of the variance signify by raising your right
we
hand.
need to we haven't made a
Gotta make a
motion.
motion.
Yeah, you gotta make a motion, don't
Yeah,
you?
take a minute.
Go ahead, make the motion.
I make a motion that we grant the 5 feet additional for the variance so that the pool can be put back at exactly the same spot as it was originally built.
I second.
Made by Mary Ann, seconded by Charlie. All in favor signify by raising your right hand. It's unanimous. You're all set. You can keep exactly what you have there, exactly where it is.
Word of caution, don't go home and do it today. Wait for the office to send you the proper paperwork.
Yeah,
And
be in
sure
touch
to
with
record
them.
it.
Well, we need our building permit for the pool. Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was a relatively good one.
Peter used to do this. Okay.
But I do thank you.
Okay, so to deny a variance, section 4.1, area bulk requirements to allow a 19-foot side yard setback where 25 is required to allow for the construction of a pool patio protruding into the required setbacks. Jennifer, what is it that you need written in here under the requested part? Other than our reasons.
I think that would be any conditions, or is there a separate line for that? Yeah, that would just be our conditions of approval,
I guess it's just the,
if we had conditioned the approval on something, but we didn't in this
Right.
case.
right. So you can write there that you want it in the exact same footprint.
Applicant is allowed to have exactly what was currently there.
Right.
And all we'll ask you, when you put the letter together, that we get a certificate of compliance.
Yep.
Thought we were gonna put that on there so it was just standard. We never did, huh?
Applicant is allowed to replace the pool and sidewalk to the exact same space and size as previously built. Is that reasonable?
That sounds accurate.
Okay, and our reasons.
Hardship created
Hardship
by the
created,
corner
yep.
lot.
Thank you.
Will bring it into a non-conforming use of compliance? By giving it to him, it'll fix that whole problem? Can we say that?
I think just that it's a
Bring
corner
it-
lot.
That's
is-
just corner lot.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Who made the, I made the motion.
Charlie seconded.
Um, You didn't appoint which one was gonna be the alternate.
No, we didn't, did we? All right.
Well, the paperwork that we read, we'll all sign because it's all, we all voted for
Okay.
it. And actually, it's mentioned in our quarterly newsletter.
All right. Anything from the staff? I don't have an agenda in front of me.
Anybody else gonna say?
Yeah, have them all signed.
You should have received a letter from Roger updating you on the status of the prior approvals from January 2016 on.
Do we have any update on item 3? ZBA 2016-0401, or is it still pending in court?
It is still pending in court.
Anything else? No, huh? Correspondence, staff reports, nothing else, other business.
Did you guys want to do minutes?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I guess we could do that. I skipped over that, went to you guys. So we have the approval of February 27th, 2017.
I make a motion to approve.
All in favor, signify by raising your right hand. And March 27th, 2017.
Make a motion to approve.
Any discussion? All in favor, signify by raising your right hand.
I need
Guys
these
are
so I
easy.
can sign them. Thank you.
Did you have anything else that you wanted out of the book? No?
Nope. the last time we were here, we asked for the update on open items, which we did, an update on approvals or denials, which is on that list.
Okay.
So that's all we got.
How about the package store on Route 5?
With the signs?
Huh?
Is it is it the one with the signs, King's
Nope.
Liquors?
No,
No?
north end of Route 5.
Liquor Warehouse?
Yeah, that's the one.
I believe they were given the approvals to do the lower part of the building where the liquor store is, but they are waiting for a text amendment so that they can put residential on the second floor. So that's where it's at.
Okay. And then you mentioned the other one. Is that on here? What's going on with the other package store?
With the
Because the banners
with
and
the
stuff are
banners.
still there, yeah.
I believe Rick went out there and notified them that they had to get rid of the banners. I believe when he last went out there to inspect, they were gone.
Yeah, are you sure they're still there?
There was one there the other day.
Okay, I can let him know.
Well, it may be a game of cat and mouse. They may
Could
put them
be.
up and
It
take
could
them
be.
down, so. How about the pool company?
33. They put in an application for wetlands again, so we'll see how that goes.
He's in the wrong zone.
Which pool company?
The one
Post and
that's
post
in the,
office.
the corner.
33.
He's in a residential zone. He can go to wetlands all he wants. He's in the wrong zone.
His property is zoned industrial 1. It's just the use that's residential. That's why he's allowed to apply.
I
So,
didn't think that was industrial 1. I thought it was just across the
No.
street.
nope, it's industrial 1, so,
Okay.
yep.
Those are all the questions I had. Anybody else have anything?
Say hello to your new member.
Say hello to the new member. How are you?
We will get you a nameplate soon.
You didn't have a very exciting first meeting?
Well, that's all right.
But you were still.
I raised my hand well.
Nailed it.
All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
Second.
We're adjourned.